song. It isn't very long. So moving on with the special events. Anybody here a veteran? Ex-military? Attaboy, which branch? Brother, we gave you rides. I was in the Navy, so we gave you rides. Yep. Apparently, we got a 4-star Uber review from the Marine Corps ride, so thank you. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about when I talk about, well, give me a second. You all can conjure up an image of what it means to line up nut to butt. You know what that means. You know what it feels like. I know what it feels like. Let me tell you, the experiences, just so you know what it was like to go through boot camp and line up nut to butt. So here I am, fresh, young teenage boy out of my small town in southern Wisconsin, shipped away, put on a bus. I can't even get off the bus before the drill sergeant comes on and stomps on the bus and says, "Get the fuck off my bus, recruit!" I look at recruit, who's he talking to? Oh, me, right. So I get up, and we're all lining up to get off the bus. He's yelling, "Get the fuck off the bus, go line up nut to butt." And I'm like, I'm sorry, I heard that first part. What was that nut to butt thing? What? And I look out the window, I'm like 2/3 back of the bus. I look out my window, and I see guys lining up, and they're scared as hell, because, you know, they get yelled at to get off the bus. And their bodies are moving weird freaking ways. I'm like, what the hell's going on out there? And I don't pay attention because I have to watch where I'm going because drill sergeant's literally throwing people off the bus. So I get up there and it's my turn to get off the bus and I'm ready to step off. He's shoving. So of course everybody getting off the bus is going, "Bah! Bah!" One guy actually fell, didn't land on his feet. I think he's in special forces now. But anyway, so I now figured out what nut to butt means. So I'm running over to get in line, and I think I'm going to beat the system. I decide I'm going to put my chest against his back, turn my head so I'm not blowing in the back of his head, and I'm going to arch my back. So I arch my back so I don't get nuts in my butt, or I don't put my nuts in his butt. Well, this all happened so fast, but I'm going to describe to you how it went so you get an idea. So I go line up, I put my chest against this guy, I turn my head because I don't want to blow in the back of his head and make him think, homophobia, so I'm breathing to the side, and lo and behold, I realize I'm blowing in his ear. So I go, "Yeah!" So, and then I'm like lined up, and here comes the guy behind me, presses right up tight against me, his nuts are very deep in my butt. So I go, "Ooh!" The next thing I know, my nuts are in this guy's butt. And I go, "Ah!" And then he's blowing in my ear, and I go, "Ah!" So it's all this, the whole motion that they were doing was, "Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, oh my God!" It was nonstop. Here comes a drill sergeant. "Shut the fuck up, stand fast, you recruit, stand fast. Ice front." I'm like, what does that mean? Stand fast. I ran over here and I'm standing now. That's standing fast. And he comes, the next thing I know, he's coming up and grabbing everybody, slamming us together. "Stand fast, stand fast." I look at him, "Ooh, what does that mean? What does that mean?" He says, "Don't move." I'm like, oh, well, you could have just said, "Psh, that." Okay, don't talk back. All right, so we're standing fast, and next thing you know, everybody's just standing still, and we're breathing in each other's head and that sort of thing. So that is what lining up nut to butt was like. Do you agree? But there's always that one guy that doesn't seem to mind the nut to butt. While we're all going, "Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ah," he's going, "Oh yeah, that ain't so bad." All right, well, thank you all for listening to my wonderful story. Tonight's lineup, we have 4 comedians actually. One is a special guest, so we'll have him up here in a bit. But the first one I want to introduce to the stage, he's been around the block a while, he's a great comedian. He told me this is, he appeared on TMZ and Divorce Court. Y'all get that joke? I still don't get it. I don't get that joke, but thank you. All right, everybody, welcome him to the stage with hip hip hoorays and applause if you want. Please welcome KJ. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
You need your glasses? You need your eyes. You left your eyes up there.
Oh yeah.
Let's get up together. Let's get up together. All right. It's good to be here. Yeah, I go by KJ, and I would love to go by my real name, but it's spelled Kelechiaa. Hold on. We have an earthquake? Is it me? Is it this thing here? I ain't ate yet. Hello? Yeah, that sounds sexy to me. Yeah, that sounds sexy. It ain't the mic, I guess. I guess it's you, Kevin.
No, it's all you, buddy.
All right, let me start all over. I'll rewind the joke. We having sound difficulties here. Am I in the right spot? Move over this way? How about that? They're still doing it. Back and forth and forward. Back and forth we go. Huh?
You can sing.
Sit down. God damn it, we ain't at your house. You talking about sit down. You sit down.
I'll wait here.
I thought the first guy was
Is that better?
he was actually just
Yeah, all right.
It should work now. I'm not going to make a lot of movements to mess it up. Yeah, no, this goes. Can y'all see me? I can definitely hear you. That's your, wait. That's your who? That's your wife? All right, let's get to it. I said I have an African name spelled Kelechiaavid. I don't even try to pronounce it because when I'm drinking, I got problems pronouncing my own goddamn name. But I love it when the bill collectors call them mispronounced. They're like, it's Kaliki Babiki Kabida. I'm like, hell no, he don't live here. You find that son of a bitch, you tell him he owe me some money too. My name comes from West Africa. I actually went to West Africa, and I was so excited. I met the tribes people called the Ashanti. So they take you up, you go up in the village through the rainforest, and I met the Ashanti people. And I'm looking at you. I was all excited, and yeah, I stuck my hand out, and they had names like Jim, John, and Frank. And I was like, hey, why y'all ain't got no African name? They're like, man, we don't know why you came way over here. We trying to get to America where you at so we can pop bottles and spank booties. But I love my name, man. My name do get me in trouble sometimes. Like back in the day, one day I got stopped at LAX. I hit the LAX, the big airport. And so this what happened to me. The TSA person, they scanned me, and the scanner went, and then the dude looked at me and he said, excuse me, sir, we detect some type of chemicals and drugs on you. And I said, I'm pretty sure I finished all that shit last night. I don't know what kind of goddamn scanner you got, but I just had an edible before this flight. And then it made me nervous because they make you go in this room. They said, we need you to go in this room. And he's asking me questions, what do you do for a living? I'm a comedian. He said, yeah, you got to come in this room. And he said, yeah, I'm going to need you to spread your legs, put your arms out, and I'm going to pat you down. He went between my legs. He said, I'm going to come through your legs, and I'm going to come behind your back. I'm going to come up your side, and I'm going to come through your arms. And he kept patting me, and then he just paused and said, can you tell me a joke? I said, you know what TSA stand for? And he was like, what? I was like, touching some ass. You get off my ass, I got a flight to catch. But yeah, something about me. I'm a young 43 plus a sexy 10. Do the math, do the math. Yeah, that joke is 7 years old. Who gives a shit? This means I get a discount at Golden Corral and the thrift store. But yeah, you clap if you're over 40 here. Let me see who's over 40. Who's over 40 here? Yeah, if you get over 40, your body changes. Y'all notice that? Yeah, a lot of things happen, you know. Especially for guys too. Like, for instance, if you're over 40 and a guy, this is one thing I noticed, like, I go to the bathroom, and I use the bathroom, and I take a pee, and in my mind, I'm done, but then I got raindrops that keep dripping down my leg. I'm like, when the hell did this shit start? And now I gotta go back in the house, change underwear, change pants, and start my whole wardrobe over because I don't want my laundry to be smelling like pee. Yeah, and then now I understand what ladies go through. I feel like I have to, you know, sit down on the toilet like the ladies do. Oh, what this is? Sit down on the toilet like the ladies do, and you know, take a pee because you know my buddy be embarrassing me. I'm like, hey buddy, you done that? You done that? Now come on, man, you can't be doing that, man. You got me sitting on the toilet. Now I understand what ladies go through because I feel like I gotta get me some panty liners. Yeah, it's good to be. I love being a comedian. I come from it's a lot of pressure being a comedian because, like, you know, family members will put pressure on you. Like, I go all over the country, you know, all over the nation. Actually, I just want to mention that I'm in this contest at Looms of the Lake Comedy Festival. I made it to the semifinal. That's why I'm coming up early. Thank you. Otherwise, I'll close it off for you. But I go all over the country, but like, you know, I get a lot of pressure from family. You know, they'll say stuff like, you know, before a show, they'll help me before the show. They'll come to me like, KJ, you better be so goddamn funny. I wanted to feel like somebody punched me in my side. And I said, well, let me punch you in the side in case I ain't funny, and you can have that funny fucking feeling. But yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot sometimes, and yeah. People, like if I go to a party, like you know, you guys can go to a party, you might ask them what you do for a living. What do you do for a living, sir? Social work, okay. So, and if I go to a party, people ask me what I do for a living. I say I'm a comedian, right? But when you go to a party and you say social work, do they ask you for a sample of your work? If they ask me for a sample of my work, and I have to tell them that, look, I'm not in my work environment. I don't have stage light and sound. And they're like, oh man, you could tell me a joke, and then I just say, joke. But like, that's like me. If I ask somebody for a sample of their work, hey man, what you do for a living? I'm a construction worker. I say, hey man, why don't you show me how you be laying them bricks at work, you know? Or if I run into a gorgeous woman, and she's like, hey, what you do for work? She said, I'm a stripper. Oh yeah, let me get some dance. Show me some twerks before I make it rain. That's like me asking the police for a sample of their work. Let me get an ass whooping before you actually give me an ass whooping. Don't let your booty cheeks get tight. These are just jokes, y'all. These are just jokes, y'all. Yeah, but I get the chance to travel. You know, I was in Denver. I seen an uncle. I hadn't seen him in a long time. The first thing on his mind, hey, little nephew. I'm like, oh, who you calling little? I'm 6'6" and 228 pounds. Who you calling little? Hey, little nephew, I heard you was trying to be a little comedian. Yeah, like when you gonna make like Netflix and HBO? When you gonna make the big time? Hey, when did you make parole? I'm using my gift. I heard you were stealing people's gifts. Who are you to question my career choice? You a career criminal. Yeah, so other thing is going on. Father's Day is coming up. Let's give it up for the dads in here. of love. There's Mother's Day brunches. There's manicure, pedicure specials. There's brunches. There's all kind of activities for y'all. Massage specialists, massage, everything. It's like y'all get the world. You know what fathers get? They talking about buying us some damn tools, or grill, or some drawers and socks. Like we don't have enough drawers and socks. Fathers don't get the same type of love. Y'all should give fathers some real love. Like Father's Day, I want something I can remember. I want some strippers on Groupon. Yeah. I want a massage too. I want a what they call it, manicure, pedicure. I want a deep tissue massage with a happy ending. Yeah, I'll take that. I want a weekend pass. Thinking of mom, he said, I can tell you married. He said, making it. Where the married people at? Clap. Where you at? I just feel the enthusiasm. Marriage ain't nothing but a glorified house arrest program. House arrest. You know how I know I'm in it? Because I got an ankle bracelet on me. It's called a cell phone, y'all. It knows my locations and my whereabouts. And I got some inmates. There you go. Yeah, I got some inmates at home called kids. Fun haters and cop blockers. Always want shit at the wrong time. Especially you get them older kids, man. Anybody got grown kids? How you got grown kids? Yeah, I can feel the enthusiasm now. Damn. Don't you love them, but sometimes you don't like them? You know what I mean? They just always coming back, you know, always, you know. My son showed up, he said, hey, Pops, I lost my apartment. So I said, hey, son, how you lose a whole building? Did you check the bushes? They got somewhere for you to lay your ass down and get your life together. Don't come back here. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to pay rent in the bushes. You just lay down and get your life together, man. Oh my God. What else is going on? Yeah. Anybody ever be in a room with somebody who snores?
Oh yeah, 21 years of it.
Bashful. You ever notice that snoring people, they'll wake up and ask you, how did you sleep? God damn it, I didn't sleep. I was with a comedian, I ain't gonna say his name. We was at a comedy festival in Las Vegas.
Oh,
it's a true story. He snored so loud that the people next door stopped fucking and banged on the wall. Would you please quiet down? It was so loud, they got so irritated because they couldn't get back to their thing that they called security. Security came up and knocked on the door. I opened the door and he said, what is that loud? I said, I pointed to him. He said, wow, man, how you? I said, man, I ain't been to sleep yet. I'm finna go down to the lobby with you. Oh, man, I'm just having fun, man. What else is going on? Man, I want to say this, and you know, as you get older, you really got to take care of yourself. You really got to work out more. Change your relationship with food. Like I changed my relationship with food. Like I had two ways to look at my relationship with food. Like I used to like junk food, like Popeyes, Wendy's, Taco Bell, all that stuff. You know, I used to love it. But then it'll make your blood pressure go up and all that kind of stuff. So I call that food. I had a bad relationship. I call that the side chick. And then I had I had to realize that the main chick was like baked salmon, broccoli, smoothie, just baked chicken, just a lot of vegetables, sweet potatoes. And so I had to change my relationship with food because I went to the doctor one time and my blood pressure was up and he said, hey, what have you been eating? I said, no, I've been fucking with the main chick, so I don't know why my shit is up. So he said, oh, well, you probably got the white coat syndrome. And I'm like, what is the white coat syndrome? He said, it's just when you see the doctor, your blood pressure shoot up. Has anybody, has that ever happened to anybody else in here? Clap. Just let me know. Clap. So I said, I ain't never heard of it. I haven't. He said, yeah, it just happens when you see the doctor. And I said, I ain't never heard of it. I said, I heard of the blue uniform syndrome. He got the nerve to ask me, what's that? That's when the police get behind me. I get PTSD. He's like, yeah, I ain't never heard of that. I said, I know, because you white.
Sad truth.
Oh, man, what else is going on? I got 5 sons. Wow. No, fucked up. I gotta stay in shape because I never know which one of them I gotta knock out, you know? My sons, I don't think that if I get old or something happen to me, I don't think they're gonna take care of me. My sons, yeah, man, I don't understand them. And yeah, let me say this, would you rather your kid call you or text you? What would you like? Neither one. I like you. You know it's a good day when they don't call your ass. So I like neither one. No, because my son, my oldest son, he texts me like, hey, Pops, I need to borrow a few $100. Yeah, she said, oh, gee, I text back, hey, son, WTF, what the fuck? I don't know you like that. I know your mama like that. I don't know you like that. You got to call me for that kind of shit so I can hear your payment plan. He don't talk about, well, Pops, I just got a new job. I want to keep this job. Keep on that. So I loan him the money. But here's the problem I had with him is that he gonna text me again, hey, Pops, I'm about to cash after you your money. I text back, hey son, who the fuck you ain't? You gonna come to the house and cash it in my hand the same way I gave it to you. And furthermore, you wasn't reading and writing this goddamn much when you was in school. It's a black joke, but I don't give a fuck. I thought I'd share this moment with y'all. No, because this dude be getting on my nerves, all this texting shit, you know, so I text him back, hey son, GYST, like, hey Pop, what does that mean? Hey son, get your shit together. That's what that means. Get your shit together, man. Stop coming around messing up me and your mama's groove, you know. A young guy, I'm still getting head. Y'all not, I'm sorry. Got to try it. It's pretty good, pretty good. Oh man, I just be having fun. Anybody on a date in here? Hey, yeah. Everybody just fucking nowadays, huh? Nobody thinks. My brother, he taller than me. I'm 6'6", he's 6'7". He called me up. He said, bro, I'm on all these date apps. I said, what you doing on them dates? He said, man, bro, you stay married. You don't want to be single. He said, bro, I'm on all these date apps. I said, what you doing? He said, man, I was just on farmersonly.com. He said he met a chick, they went horseback riding, smoked some weed, and she let him hit it. Said it was a good day. And then he said he was on, what is that, Plenty of Fish. Y'all heard of that one?
Yeah.
He said there's a lot of catfish on that site. And then he said he was on blackpeoplemeet.com. Said there's all white women on that site. I'll just tell you what he said. Said he was on sugarmama.com. Ain't heard from him in a couple of weeks now. Must be a good ass site. So Shit, I need to go on that site. I need a sugar mama to help take care of me and my wife. I need a team player. You gotta have fun, man. You gotta date each other, man. You gotta have fun. My wife told me, KJ, you need to date me again. I'm like, baby, I can't date you again. She's like, well, why? I said, because when I was dating you, I was dating other women too. And then she said, well, was I your franchise player? Was I, she knew I played college and pro ball back in the day. So she said, was I your franchise player? Was I your point guard? Was I your, I got more. Was I your, I said, yeah, baby, yeah. You more like my power forward now. You know? I mean, she plays inside in the lane. I said, yeah. She said, am I your MVP? Yeah, you my MVP. Yeah, come on over here and dribble these balls tonight. Finger roll these balls. That's what an MVP do. Take it to the hoop. I'm just having fun, man. Don't mind if I get a little edgy. Is that okay with y'all? Get a little dirty with it. Is that all right? All right, cool. Let's do it then. All right, so having a relationship with your kids is cool, but sometimes they cross the line. Like my son gonna call me and tell me, hey, Pops, me and my wife is having a problem. I said, what's the problem? He said, Pops, you don't get it. I don't understand, Pops. I said, we having sex 21 times a week. I said, damn. You got any balls left? 21 times a week. I mean, she fucking the decision-making skills out of you, son. He said, no, Pops, you don't understand. She wants me to have this sexual experience. She wants to lick my butt. I'm like, whoa, son, that ain't no shit you tell your pops, man. You die with that kind of information, man. You don't tell your pops your wife want to lick your ass for a sexual experience. Now I'm going to be looking at you and her differently. Like, which one of y'all is talking shit? He said, come on, Pops, you usually help me. I don't know what to tell you, son. I don't know, man. Go to White Castle, Taco Bell, or you know, I mean, wait 4 hours. And she lick your ass then. That bitch is nasty. Shit, I don't know what to tell you, son. I'm still working on the front of your mama. I mean, you think I'm his friend? I ain't his friend, man. I'm not his friend. I tell you, but you gotta have fun. You gotta be romantic. You know, I write poetry to my wife. Yeah, a little poem. You like to hear it? Here's how it goes. It's called Cotton Panties. They hug and snug the femininity of your soft skin glow. Covering the body in its central essence of your existence. Excuse me if I mention, I would like to be the cotton that covers up your sexy exotic dimension. Caught in the twilight zone in the bathroom of our home, you and them hot ass cotton panties are all aglow. Now can I get some ass? I ain't got time to write all this shit on. Get some ass. And then she says, well, you need to be, well, first of all, she'll send me some videos talking about, I need to watch the video, and the video talks about, I had to watch this video, because she's in health and wellness stuff. She's really into, like, health and wellness and health. So she had me watch the video, and the video was interesting because I watched it, and they were talking about the health benefits of a man performing oral sex, and the guy was explaining, like, if you do it right, you know, you get your euphoric feeling, you releases endorphins and dopamines and serotonin, and then my wife came in and started narrating, you see what he's talking about? You see what he's talking about? And then she goes on to say, KJ, just think of it as going to eat at an all-you-can-eat buffet. And I'm like, well, baby, it ain't an all-you-can-eat buffet if it's the same goddamn food all the time. Shit, that's more like a fish fry to me. It ain't even the good fish, that's that catfish. I like his laugh. He has a good ass. I need to take you to every show with me. Everybody in here, he having a good time. Yeah, everybody, don't be letting y'all booty cheeks get tight on these jokes, man. These are well-crafted international jokes. I have done these jokes in Portugal, all over the world, New York, everywhere. Don't let your booty cheeks get tight. Comedy is the one universal thing that we can come together and be as one, man. Yeah, yes, comedy is universal like music. And let me say this, for every minute you laugh, it will boost your immune system for 24 hours. I know it sounds better than sex, but I just wanted to give you that tidbit point. I know. Yeah, so guys, we just want to laugh the draws off you. That's what we want to do. You know what I'm talking about. Because ladies always say they want a man with a sense of humor. Ain't that right, ladies? Well, yeah. Well. Yeah, until you find out the man is broke. With a sense of humor. Yeah. You need a sense of humor then. I told my wife, I'm at dinner, I said, babe, I've been funny all day and all night at dinner. You've been laughing at all these jokes until the tab came. And now you want to get unfunny with me. I said, pay that tab. I'm going to give you a tip when we get home. She got the nerve to say a tip or what? A tip of this I'm going to get out of here with one last joke. Well, how dirty you want it? Y'all want a good dirty? Bring it. Oh, you want a good dirty joke? Good dirty, funky dirty?
Let's go.
Filthy dirty? I like this crowd. Look at this sexy AARP crowd in here. I like this crowd. A couple of younglings hanging around with dad, right? I'm sorry. He had a great beard. My bad. No, he's a youngin' too. My bad, man. I'm sorry, man. That's why you gotta be careful what you say nowadays. You know, I do a sex joke. I gotta get out here. I gotta see my next show. I'm glad you have a good time, man. I'm glad y'all had a good time, man. All right, I do a sex joke, 2-part sex joke. You ever been making love, like makeup sex, and it is so intense and so fulfilling and so resetting the relationship that you just give it your all. You just like, I really miss this person. You know, I see what you're doing. Yeah, and he's making good love to you. Like he's trying to bust a hole in your back. Like pat, 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 sweating too. Pat, pat, pat. And you hear something go like. As if the coochie caught the hiccups or something like that. It's a great feeling for a man who just want to pick the coochie up and burp that thing. That thing goes, yeah, you ready to go to sleep, baby. Night. Or here's the opposite of that. You be having sex, like for a guy. If we wailing on you for 10, 15, 20 minutes, that ain't sex. That's a cardiovascular workout. Because if we sweat, y'all know we working too hard. Because first of all, if you're in a relationship, you got to educate the man. You got to tell us where it's at. Like, give us some direction. Like, put a GPS down there. Tell us where to drive to. Put the GPS down there. Tell us what, like 20 hard pumps down the middle. Okay, baby. Boom, 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 boom. Make a hard left. Okay, baby. All right. Boom. Make a hard right. Okay, baby. Boom. Make a U-turn. God damn, what the fuck is we going? And then the GPS starts saying, recalculating, rerouting. You gotta start crawl all over. Again, 20 more times around and boom. Come right up, boom. Really, goddamn, I'm ready to go home. Shit. Hurry up and come. I want to watch ESPN and get a sandwich. Shit. NBA Finals is on. God damn, this is too much work. You won. I'm throwing up the white flag. Shit. I'm getting a dick a rain check. I'll come back next week and try. God damn. You won. Shit. You go get your toys. Shit. I can't compete with that motherfucker anyway. So go get your toy. You won. I'm tapping out. I'm out. That's it for me. My name is Casey Comedian. Thank you so much.
Grab a stand. Sound check, everybody hear me?
Yep.
Okay, wonderful evening, thank you. All right, get that in there. Down front, part.
Guess what?
You're doing great, good job.
Thank you, Kevin.
Okay, well, thank you. The next act we have coming up here, I want to make sure everything's okay, the sound is good, and we're doing fine. Seriously, is it okay? Can you hear me all right? Good to have this close to mine. I'm just host. Were you not paying attention earlier? I'll take this. Stop.